Hello everyone, so let's start solving today's Leetcode daily challenge question. So the question is Count Sub Ilands. So you are given two M cross N binary matrices, grade 1 and grade 2, containing only zeros representing water and only ones representing island. Okay. An island is a group of ones connected four directionally, horizontal or vertically. Any cells outside of the grid are considered water cells. Okay, so an island is grid 2. In grid 2 is considered a sub-island if there is an island in grid 1 that contains all the cells that make up this island in the grid 2. Okay, so we have to rate a number of islands in grid 2 that are considered sub-islands. So if we see this example, this is a grid 1, this is a grid 2. Okay, so in grid 1 we have three islands. In grid 2 we have this one island. This is one, this is one, this one, and this one. So total we have one, two, three, four, five islands. So in that, if we check, okay, for this island, all the all the cells which have the value one, that is land, are present in this island, right? So we can consider this as a sub island of this. Okay, not necessary everything which is there in grid 1 should be present in grid 2, but it is necessary that in grid 2, in that island, whatever land is there, that should be present in grid 1 island. So then only we can consider the sub island. Okay, so we can consider this. If we see this, no. Okay, if we see this, only one is present, but what we said, all the in simple, if we say all the cells which has one value, this is a one island. Uh, in a single island, all the cells which has one should be present in the grid one. Okay, so then only we can say sub island, but this is not present. If we see this one, this is single island. Okay, individual island, so this is present here, so we can consider this is a sub island. This is also present here, we can consider this sub island. So the answer should be 3, because 3 island, this and this both are not considered considered as island, because we are considering in only four directional. That is, for this we will check up, left, right, and down. For this we check up, left, right, and down. So no one is present, so no other land will be included in this. Okay, so in this way we have to solve this question. If we see this is a single island. Okay, which is not present here in any island. This we have two islands. So anyway, this line is present, but these twos are not present. So that is why we will not consider this. So if we see this single island, so for this it is present, for this it is present. So we can say two are sub islands. So how we can solve this question is in the same way how we were solving the number of island question. The only thing is we will apply this number of island DFS solution to our this grid 2. Okay. If you don't know how to solve number of islands question, you can check out my previous videos, which where I solved this question. Okay, so here we are directly using that, how we will apply DFS. Okay, so here we will apply number of island solution, that is our DFS, on grid 2, and we will check. So we are, it's like finding each island, right? So when we find this island, okay, so let's say from here we are getting this, at one point we will end. Okay, we will end because we will not find anything at four directional one. Okay, after this one, let's say, will not find anything, so we will move to here, right? So before that, we will, every time we will check if it is present here, yes, this present here, yes, this, yes, this, yes, this, yes, this, yes. When we are not directly matrices, okay, this is not a matrix matching, it is just a, when we are doing the DFS, when we are getting that cell is connected to this, that time we are checking in grid 1. So in this way we can get, but for this we can't say anything, so we will not check for this any adjacent also. If we see this, we cannot find anything which has one, so we will leave this island only. Okay, so in this way we have to solve this question. So how we were solving the number of island question. So we will use the DFS algorithm, where we will be needing visited array. So let's solve. Okay, first take length grid1 dot length int m is equal to, or let's take grid 2, because we are going to apply DFS or DFS on grid 2. So let's we have n and m. Then take a visited array. Okay. So what will be the length? It will be 2D, right? So it will be n and m. Now let's run a loop for int I is equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. For int j is equal to 0, j less than m, j plus plus. Okay. So if what if grid 2 of I and j, if grade 2 of I and j is equal to 1, okay, and it is not visited. So visited of I and j. So initially it will be false only, so it will, so if it is, then we will call our DFS, where we will be passing our grade 1, grade 2. Then what we will be needing, we need visited array. Then what, then we can pass our row and column, that is I and j. Okay, I comma j. And yeah, so let's make this DFS as a boolean. Okay, if we make this DFS as a boolean, that means return type, then what we want to count sub islands, right? Let's take an answer as a 0 initially, and if it returns true, that means we will increment our answer. Okay, so in this DFS we will check. Okay, if it does not exist here. Okay, so let's say in this example we don't have this one. Okay, this one we don't have. So if we see, for this one we cannot find anything here, right? So in that case we will just return false. So if we return false, we will not check further for this island, because if one we want all the cells which are present in this island of grade 2, it should be in grade 1, then only we will consider it as a sub island. Okay, so here we will return our answer. So let's write now method. Okay, what our DFS method. So it will return first what, boolean DFS. First is grade 1, then it should int grade 1, and okay, grade grade 2 we are passing, then int visited array, then let's say int row and int column. Okay, now first what we will check, if grid 1 of, because here we are using grade 2. Okay, grid 1 of row and column, if it is equal to 0, then what, then return false. This is our main thing. Okay, because if it is not there, then we will return false, we'll stop. If all are present, then this condition never gets satisfied, then it will return true. In that case only we are incrementing our answer. So let's do our normal way of solving what, number of island questions. So let's make our visited of row and column as true. Then we want in four directions, so we have to consider a loop. Okay, is equal to what? Or we want row and then column. Okay, so first is, so in four directional means if this is R and C, for this case we want to increment C and not the R. In this case we will increment the R but not C. In this case we have to decrement and not R. We have to decrement R but not C. So that for that we will write 0 and 1, then 1 and 0, then here minus 1, here 0, here minus 1 and 0. So in this way we have done our four directions. Okay, now let's take a flag which we will return. It will be initially true. Okay, now let's run a loop on these four directions. That is I is equal to 4 to I is the what 4 I plus plus. So we want what? We want new row and new column. So int rr is equal to what? Our row plus r of I and int column is equal to column plus c of I, then now we got our row and column. Okay, now what we will check? We will check if our row, okay, if our row is less than what length? What length? Grade 1, not grade 1. It will be, we are checking with anything is okay, both have the same size. So grade 1 dot length. Okay, and row should be greater than or 0, and row should be greater than or 0, and now cc column should be less than grade 1 of 0 dot length, and column should be greater than or equal to 0. Now, and okay, this is just a basic condition to check this row and column are valid or not. Then we have to call the, we are, as we are using the dfs, we can use the, I mean, either we can use the stack or just recursive calls. Okay, so here what we have to check, we will check the same thing here, whatever we have checked. If this grade 2 of RR and CC is 1. Okay, the next column. So for this we are checking this and this four direction. So if it is 1, then we will move, and if it should not be visited, then only. Okay, then let's say in our flag we will store answer as it is written in boolean. Okay, dfs of grade 1, grade 2, grade 2, then visited, then our row and column, that is rr and cc, that's it. And here we will need and flag. Okay, we have to use this flag also, right? So this is initially true, but if anything returns false, okay, if it returns false, then there that means it is not a sub island. Okay, now we have to return what? We have to return flag. Okay, so what we are doing here, okay, here it was int. Okay, wait. Okay, here it should be boolean, right? Not int. because we are using the boolean as a visitor, making it true or not. Cannot find symbol variable. Wait, J. So where is this? Sorry, it should be RR and CC only. RR and CC. Okay. Now I can say accepted. Let's submit it. Yeah. In this way, we can solve this question using the approach of number of islands, counting number of islands. Okay. Similar way, we are just checking also if it is existing or not. If it is not, then we will just returning a false. Okay. That means this will not be counted as a sub island. We are checking for the next. So if you feel this video is helpful to you, like this video and subscribe my channel. Thank you so much for watching.